What it is, what it do, welcome to the U17. What it is, what it do, welcome to the U17 semifinals right here live from Calgary, Alberta at the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Joshua, Adam, William Arvin, and let them talk to you. What do you want to talk about? It's Regan Wood from Concordia, the tribal chief of Alberta basketball.
Well, I am not that, but, I will take it. I'll take it for this one. What I want to talk about is we just saw an amazing win for Alberta, but now we get to see Quebec, Manitoba, toe-to-toe, squaring off. Bit of a dark horse here in Manitoba, kind of risen out of the ashes, out of the lower pools to get up here into the semifinal. And Quebec has been the odds-on favorite here heading into the week, and they have not disappointed. So big matchup, big opportunity for Manitoba to take on Goliath here, and we will see how this goes.
Manitoba comes in with two of the leading scorers for U17 with Fuss and Shakowski. So we'll see how they do. And you talked about Quebec, heavy favorite coming in here. Going to start off with a three ball, not able to get that, gets the rebound, goes up and knocks it in. And just like that, Quebec gets on the board. Bujold.
Yeah, and again, as you said, Manitoba with two of the leading scorers. I'm sure Quebec has a plan in place to try and limit those players. I think we've got number 14, Shakowski, and then who else is leading the way for?
5, Fust.
And Fust. So
yep.
Shakowski and Fust for Manitoba, having a great week here in Calgary. Let's see if they can continue it tonight against the heavyweight champ here in Quebec.
And Shakowski also on the top of rebounds for U17. So they have the stat leaders, and they'll have to obviously showcase out what they can do. Tela Makadomo, she's also on the top 4 defensive boards for this Quebec team as they get another bucket there. Pass ahead. And this is Fust. So they're going to obviously focus on her. Here's a three ball. No way, that's not going to go down there. Fighting for the ball, gets it in, landed in. That is Van Graft, knock it in for 2.
And as we saw earlier, Josh, the second chances, loose balls, huge factor in wins in this tournament. There's a big second chance bucket for Manitoba.
Bissett passes it off. Tried to pass it off there, did Chateau, and then loses it. Quebec able to get it back, going for the tray, can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound there. And that is Shakowski, again, rebounding machine, and she gets her job done right there, picking up the defensive rebound. And Manitoba now will set up. Important for this Manitoba team with how powerful Quebec has been to show their offense, and Shakowski tried to thread the needle in there, but good job there by Ledoux to knock it away. And there is another job there as Augustine gets the rebound, passed ahead there, and trying to keep it in. Doma moves a little bit there, and Quebec, quick substitutions here.
Yeah, again, when the pace that they play with, they're going to take advantage of the depth that they have on their roster and really try and make Manitoba have to play at their pace. I think if Quebec is able to set the pace of this game, that is a big advantage for them.
It's Velo that checks into the game. Gets back down to Demoa, back to Velo. A little bit of give and go. Demo going for the tray, can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound. And Manitoba comes out with it, and then a little bit too aggressive there. Coming up the floor was Fust, and she gets fouled by Bissett. So obviously already seen a big focus on Fust, hounding her, not letting her get comfortable with the ball.
Yeah, and again, that's that tone setting I was mentioning before, like, we know who you are, we know what you can do,
yep.
And it ain't happening against us. And I think Quebec is putting an emphasis again to take away the stars on Manitoba.
They get the ball in. Cruz brings it up. Now a crossover there. Try to thread it inside there, and Demoa knocking it away. So she's been really aggressive so far in this on both the defensive and the offensive side. Saw the thread of the needle pass there from Cruz. Not going to let that happen.
No, yeah, Demoa definitely one of the quicker players here, if not the quickest in this 17U draw. And again, taking advantage of that gift that she has. Here's
Faust. And she travels, and again, we talked about it in the last game. Been a few travels, been a few carries in this tournament.
Yeah, and again, these players are still learning, developing, and again, they're the best that each of their province have to offer. But again, they're still working, figuring this game out. But again, they are excellent, excellent players.
Mo passes it off, gets it right back. Good ball movement from this Quebec team, trying to find a shot inside, and they do. And that is Augustine knocking down the 2.
Yeah, well done in the paint there. Yeah, again, I watched Quebec earlier in the week. Their ball movement was crisp. Play together as a team. Again, like you're saying, a team like Manitoba, 2 top scorers.
Yep.
Quebec, I'm sure, has some really solid statistical showings, but they probably have more players moving up that chart just with how they play together as a team.
Nemo gets the steal. Hold off. Pass it out to Velo for the open tray. Can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound underneath. And yeah, I think you're seeing that a lot too. With Faust and Shakowski at the top, the one thing I've seen with Quebec, it's very balanced from this team.
Yeah, and again, when you're, I tell you from a coach perspective, when you have 5 players you can put on the floor that the team that's playing against you has to worry about in equal measure, you can do a lot of things and be very creative with your offensive attack because they have to guard everyone everywhere.
Cruz knocks down the 2.
Yeah, big shot there. It's 6-6. You know, again, it might feel like Quebec, you know, when just watching it, I hadn't looked at the scoreboard yet, and to see that it's 6-6, and again, surprised but not surprised.
Nice rebound there, puts it back in, and great job there by Augustine. Fighting for that second chance, gets up, knocks it in. Shakowski, the post, handling the point guard duties right now.
Going full Nikola Jokic there.
She is indeed. Faust, she goes up, can't get it to go, was looking for a foul. She's not going to get it against Augustine. Passed ahead to Velo, sneaks it inside. Nice take, beautiful, crisp passing. Velo finds Tela Macadome, and Quebec continues to add to their new lead. Shakowski threads it inside, a little bit too much, gets it back out. Faust finds an open look for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound comes back to Van Graaf. Threaded it across to Cruz. Cruz goes up, knocks it in. How about Cruz so far, really finding her offense?
Yeah, and again, like we highlighted Shakowski and Faust out of the gate, but Cruz stepping up as that third option. Again, the more that Manitoba can stretch out their options and have more threats out there, the longer that they can stay within striking distance here against the loaded Quebec squad.
Open look for the 3. And I'm going to talk about too, Velo. How about her with the extra passes? Finding another open look. That one doesn't go down.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a combination of talent and coaching. I mean, players have to have the ability to do it, and coaches have to teach it well. And you can see that with this Quebec squad in the way that they play. Like, that's on time, on target right there. Results in a score. You can't ask for a lot more than that from your point guard. And then again, out to your either your small forward or your shooting guard there in number 5 from Quebec, pulling up and knocking that one down.
Now Velo is doing it on all sides right now. Shakowski again doing her best. Nikolai Jokic. Tela not gonna let her go anywhere. Brings it back around. Shep tried to thread it in there, and ball will stay with Manitoba, and a full platoon. This is the full hockey shift right here, Regan.
Well, 4 of 5. 4 of 5.
4. We're pretty close, and 1 coming in for Manitoba. Larocque will come in for Manitoba, and a bunch of new shirts for Quebec.
Yes, and again, the depth that Quebec possesses, able to do stuff like that. Only, just a little over 5 minutes in here, they can go that deep right away. No concern with any drop-off in their ability.
So Shep now at the top. Hands it off to Van Graaf. Shot clock winding down to Manitoba. Tried to cross it off to Mo. Locking up, not letting anything go. Solid defense by Mo. Gets the rock back. Now she'll slow it down. Denis passes it off. Trying to look down in the paint to Bissett. They're going to throw it off. Dennis for the 3, knocks it down. Demo does it on the one side with defense, comes back, throws a dime, and Dennis knocks down the tray.
Yeah, big shot. Pushing the lead to 7 now for Quebec, 15-8.
Going to go for a 3 of their own, Manitoba. A foul there looks to be against Jada Denis, and that will lead to a trip to the line for this Manitoba club.
Yeah, those are ones, as a coach, those are the ones that grind your gears, fouling the three-point shooter. Especially, again, you don't need to block shots out there.
Yeah.
Again, the percentages are lower from out there. It's just gifting them an opportunity, and you pick up a foul that might affect your rotation down the line later in this contest.
So missing that first free throw. We saw in the last one with Ontario and Alberta how crucial free throws were, specifically how tight that game got. So even early on, you want to make those free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you got 3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone likes, you look at a close game, you go, oh, in the last minute they missed this, they missed that. Well, there were 39 minutes before that where you had opportunities to make or not make plays that all factor into a game. It's a complete, complete 40 minutes that matter, and something that I know coaches everywhere emphasize, that we've got to play the full 40.
She goes 1 of 3, but the ball goes out of bounds back to Manitoba with about 14 seconds of the shot clock to make something work here. And get it in to Shep. And it's back to Van Graaf. Trying to thread inside to Faust. They get it to Faust. She can't finish, but she's fouled.
Yep, great job there. And again, Manitoba not rattled, staying tough. Again, they know there's some great advantages to being the underdog in a situation of there's no pressure on you. You can just come in, play loose, play free. And again, we're seeing a lot of that from Manitoba so far, even with Quebec still being out here to an early lead.
So Faust makes the first one, trying to double up here. Swish for that one. Winner of this will face Alberta tomorrow. Got a long way to go, though. Lazever passes it ahead.
A little 1-3-1 here from Manitoba. Shikowski manning the middle of it.
And get off the 3 and can't get that one to go. And I think you're right there. That defense there with that 3-1-1 there, really kind of on the fly there for Manitoba.
Yeah, I thought I saw a couple of possessions earlier, and maybe just the way the game's going, we haven't noticed as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, real distinct with the 1-3-1 there in that possession.
Shep handling the point guard duties now.
I'm going to venture a guess that this is the daughter of Kirby Shep.
Okay.
Manitoba, University of Manitoba head coach on the men's side. So, Coach Shep, if you're out here in Calgary or if you're watching at home, shout out to you.
I've seen a few daughters of big-time coaches. I mean, on Newfoundland, on the U15, the Solis, running that whole team.
Yeah, you bet. And on our 17 boys, we have Wyatt Van Horn, Coach Van Horn's son from here, right here at the University of Calgary.
I may know him.
You may have heard, he's been around a little while. And Wyatt's been playing really well for our 17U boys out there in Ontario. And there you have a chance to medal themselves tomorrow.
So maybe a future Dino, holding on the legacy.
Well, I'd be surprised if he went somewhere else. But again, if you play well at these championships, you're going to get some attention, and maybe someone offers him something better than Dad. We'll see.
Maybe.
We will see.
We need another banner in the Jack. It's been too long.
Well, let's be real. You were the last team to win a national championship on the men's side, other than Carleton.
Just before I got here.
Yeah. Well, a couple of years ago. When the Golden Bears hosted nationals, somehow Carleton came in as the 8th seed on the men's side, which I don't know how that happened.
Did that happen?
How did that happen? They were upset, but they got upset in the OUA final, and again they still found a way to win.
Unbelievable.
Don't bring that one up to Golden Bears fans because they lost on a tough set of free throws from Tyus Jefferson. Phenomenal player for the Bears. And just had one of those moments that you live with for a while. But came back the next day, and Bears ended up able to win bronze there on home turf. But they had the Ravens dead to rights.
A nice steal there, having Manitoba dead to rights there as a layup there by Tremblay.
One more piece of Ravens news that Dave Smart has finally moved on.
Okay.
And he is now an assistant coach with Texas Tech.
Wow.
Yeah, so a long time overdue. I mean, and people who know basketball in this country, phenomenal finish there inside from Manitoba. And that is, again, Fust doing the job. But, Coach Smart has set the pace for coaching in Canada and success winning national championships.
And I get to be a Red Raider. Maybe he'll run into Patrick Mahomes sometime.
Yeah, become friends. Go hang out. I don't know if you've watched the quarterback documentary.
I have, Very begrudgingly as a Raider fan.
Yes. That, Yeah, the Raiders didn't look great in that
Didn't
one.
make my guy Max look very nice.
No. Yeah, I found, again, we'll stay focused on basketball, but we can talk about that at halftime.
We will. Right now, Quebec trying to find an open look for a tray. Can't get that one to go. Rebound. Goes back inside. Can't get that one. Nice rebound. Can't put it back in. But what an effort there by Patricia Augustine. She's been all over the court so far, getting those double chances, and she has some great vision too.
Mm-hmm. Doing a lot of things that are going to positively affect the outcome for her team. Again, any way that you can contribute, and again, you'll hear coaches like Gina Oriema talk about this, of you might have the ball for 2 minutes during the game. What are you doing for the other 38?
Yep.
You know, what else are you doing that's contributing to winning for your team? Are you playing defense? Are you making passes? Are you getting rebounds? Are you getting on the floor? Are you communicating? Are you cheering from your teammates from the bench?
That's why coaches make guys watch like Tony Allen or Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah. I'm not going to coach my players to play like Michael Jordan. You're not Michael Jordan.
No.
But you can play like Tony Allen.
Demo going for three, can't get that one to go, trying to be Steph Curry, but not able to get it to go.
Granted, if Michael Jordan walked through that door, I would have no problem with that.
No doubt, and Augustine having no problem walking in there for two.
Quebec 19, Manitoba 15. Again, close one here. Staying tight, staying tough.
It is. Here comes Cruz. She's had a nice game. Nice fake there. A little bit too much mustard on it there from Cruz, and now Quebec leads back on the break. Hands it back off. Demo whips it around. They go back to Augustine. She's been the go-to. She gets in the corner. Nice drive. Nice body in there. But they're able to flip it in. Solid patience right there by Bajold, finding Telemacadome, and two more for Quebec. And that's the one thing I've seen from this Quebec team. Every team they come with, they're very patient and poised with their assists.
Yeah, I think, again, the consistency that you're looking for as a coach, I think Quebec day in and day out at this tournament has shown the most consistency, and again, that's why you're seeing them as the favorite here and out to an early lead here against Manitoba.
Faust knocks that one out as it was trying to go in for Augustine. Quebec doing a good job so far in this game. We're running down in the final seconds here of the first. Demo gets it inside to Augustine. She gets it again. Hooping the harm. Demo with a beautiful dime, finding Augustine, and she lands in for two, hoping for a bit more. Augustine, this has been her quarter.
Yeah, phenomenal play there from number 12. As you're saying, Augustine, she has been a force for Quebec. About to a chance to put them up 9.
Able to knock down that one. Shep trying to get it in. Augustine locking her up. And that will do it for the first quarter of play, as Quebec taking this one right now 24-15 off a great game so far from Patricia Augustine. Regan, what did you see? What are your highlights so far of that first?
Again, a lot of what we were expecting. Yep. I think, again, we saw the balance, the poise, that front runner mentality that Quebec has of, we know we're good and we're going to show you. And I think they've done a good job of establishing the pace out there. And then again, Manitoba, again, as you highlighted before the game with those leading scores with Fust, Tchaikovsky, they're big factors. And then again, some good step-up moments from Haley Cruz as well with that a little secondary scoring for them. That's keeping this one, again, 9 points. I mean, if you're Manitoba, you'd like that to be a little closer, but that's still well within striking distance here. So let's see how they adjust and come out into the second quarter. So Coach Sung has his team in there, and Coach Diana Ross for Quebec. We got a little fun with that, with the famous name like Diana Ross.
Absolutely.
But we'll have to look up some songs. I'm not as familiar with the Diana Ross catalog.
Unfortunately, not either. 90s rap.
Josh,
yes.
Josh, don't lie to us. We know.
I know.
We know you're a big Diana Ross fan.
Maybe. We'll take a quick minute break here. You're watching the Canada Basketball Semifinals right here on YouTube. Welcome back. We're getting ready now for the second quarter of action here at the Jacksons live from Calgary, Alberta. The winner of this will face off against Alberta. It's a U17 women's basketball, Canada basketball semifinals. Regan Wood with myself, Joshua, Adam, William Arbuthnot, and getting ready for an exciting second quarter here, Regan.
Yeah, and again, let's see if Manitoba can get the ball to their star players. They're trying to get Tchaikovsky in the post right now. So a good early look in there, draws a call, and they're going to get possession here on the baseline.
I think it's crucial here. You know, you said the lead was 9, but I think it's crucial here for them to find a shot. Player falls down. Faust needed that 3. Tchaikovsky trying to go in for the rebound. To say it was crucial there, I think, for Manitoba to score to set a mark here in the second.
Yeah, and now that they haven't scored on that first possession, they need to stop. And so they're going to need to, there's a rebound for Quebec. Yeah. So they're going to have to get a second stop.
Demo whips it around. Gets it stolen. Cruz going ISO. Demo's chasing her down. Demo's going to pick up the foul, but great job there saving 2 points. Cruz was gone, and how's about the Usain Bolt-like speed there from Demo?
Yeah, I mean, solid steal there by Haley Cruz. Again, she's kind of the third option in their big 3 here so far for Manitoba. But again, Manitoba got done what they needed to do, getting that stop, turning it into an opportunity here in transition to get some points and drawing that call. And again, a foul on Demoa.
Yeah.
That's also critical for Manitoba. If they can get her on the bench, I think that would be helpful for them as well.
Cruz misses the first one, so take away at least half of the points there for the easy layup. As Cruz knocks down that one, and now Demo bringing it back up. Quebec trying to add a little bit more to their lead. Passed around. Goes down to Tela Demoko. She goes up. She can't get it. Augustine comes up. She puts a little bit too much mustard on that one, and Tchaikovsky there for the rebound.
Yeah, something interesting I just saw in that possession. I'm going to keep an eye out on it for more going forward. When Augustine running into the lane there, bumping bodies with Tchaikovsky, making that physical toll. Again, if you're going to do a good job on another team star, making them play both ends of the court and putting that physicality on them. So let's see if she continues to be physical in her post-ups, attacking that center of that zone against Tchaikovsky.
Let's see what happens. And this time Augustine is down low against Tchaikovsky. And this time maybe a little too much physicality, kind of like you were talking about, Tchaikovsky will pick up the foul.
Yeah, and again, that's the thing. As a defender, an offensive player runs into you, gives you a couple, and then you try and answer back. The refs are way more likely to see the call on the defender than they are on the player on offense.
Demo trying to get Augustine to set up, but Faust knocking her away, so they reset at the top. And Demo goes for the tray, no good. Demo gets the rebound, goes back up again. Second chance not going to happen, but we have a foul. No threes, I don't believe, for either team so far. Demo now.
We'd have to look at the numbers. Yeah, I don't know if we've seen one drop yet.
You just heard an air horn. I would not be shocked if that's gone soon, because those are normally not allowed here at the Jack. Now we're doing happy birthday in French. So Shep bringing it up now for Manitoba, trying to get some momentum back in this game. Tchaikovsky tried to go to her. Buckner threw her legs, but Quebec gets a piece of it.
Oh, a Bill Buckner reference. Wow, that you might be
up there
reaching with our crowd. We'll see.
I know.
We'll have to see if our crowd is into that one. But if there's some aunts and uncles and grandmas and grandpas watching, they would probably get that one.
Here's a steal right there by Augustine going up. And a smooth finger roll, almost like George Gervin. How's about that?
There you go. There's some more 70s. So, well, I guess Buckner would have been 80s, right?
There you go.
Buckner was 80s. Gervin, that's some 70s. Timeout now.
Yep.
Manitoba, I believe,
taking Manitoba taking the timeout, and rightfully so. Down by 10, 8:01 left here in the second. 2 team fouls apiece. Both teams had their timeouts. Manitoba will be down to 1, obviously, now, but maybe a good time to take a timeout. Expected a burst here in that first 2 minutes. Had the opportunity, starting off with the ball, now down by 10. Not as much as, they came in down by 9 in the first, but still maybe want to set a tempo and reset here with 8:01 left here in the second.
Yeah, and again, I'm sure we'll mention it several times throughout all these broadcasts, but game of runs.
Yep.
Again, if you can go on a 6-0, 8-0 run, get yourself right back into a game or push a lead. So again, right now, opportunity for either one of these teams coming out of this timeout, chance to reset things, make a couple quick adjustments, and get back out there. And again, 6 points, 6-point swing here or there could be a big factor in this game heading forward.
Yes, it could, and that's the kind of thing you talk about. Sometimes, when I'm on the broadcast, even for whoever, and I'm sure you as a coach, you don't look at the bigger score, right? You see a 10-point lead like, hey, let's get 4. Okay, we got 4. Now we're down by 6. Now it's a 2-possession game. Let's get one more. It's a 1-possession game, and then before you know it, you're back in.
Yeah, and then you're 100% right, Josh. When you're looking at it as a coach, whether my team scores 60 in a game or 110 in a game, all I care is that if I have 110, you have 109 or less.
Yeah.
And if I have 60, you have 59 or less.
Yep.
So again, the volume of the points isn't the factor. It's that we're just maintaining ourselves on top when that final buzzer goes. So again, style of play can play into stuff like that. Some teams are higher scoring, some teams more defensive minded. But again, in a game like this where you're competing for a spot in a national final, it's just win, baby.
Well, they come out of that timeout, and Hope LaRock giving them a little bit of hope, knocking down The Rock. I got puns too. Quebec coming back on the other side and picks up a travel, so a little bit of the momentum maybe coming here out of the timeout. And like you talked about, maybe you can get it down to 6. Opportunity to do that on this possession.
Well, I mean, you bring up The Rock. I don't know if we should open that vault of wrestling references.
No.
There are far too many good lines, but some of them not appropriate for this setting.
No, she gets a 3, maybe I'll bring one up. Faust looking for the pick there and tried to roll, but good job cutting her off. Gets it over to LaRock. She goes for the tray, can't get it to go. Faust gets the rebound, and she won't get it. So a foul down low against Alice Velo. And I send Faust to the line with a chance to narrow down this lead of Quebec.
Yeah, and early here in the second, Quebec piling up the team fouls. So Manitoba closer and closer to a bonus opportunity here. And hopefully they can take advantage of that and continue to be aggressive when they are attacking the rim and moving the ball.
As you can tell this as a coach, and we talked about it in the last game a little bit, but this is why timeouts are such a crucial strategy. When do you want to use them? How do you want to use them? Use it at the right time to kind of calm down the girls, get them back in their flow.
Yeah, and for some coaches, it's a lot of sense, a lot of feel. Some coaches have some thresholds
Augustine
as they go. But yeah, August, as you said, Augustine carrying the mail, leading the way today for Team Quebec.
She's been fantastic. Shakowski, again, kind of doing the Jokic, but they cut off Cruz right there. Good job from Quebec. They get up early and don't let them get on it. Shep now has the rock. She goes in the corner, finds Shakowski. She's not going to be able to get that. Rebound by Augustine, and now Quebec goes on the break. Augustine, she's going to try to go coast to coast. No, she drops off. Going for the tray. No, in and out there. Fight for the rebound. Faust trying to come up with it. She's met by literally every Quebec player. And then a jump ball.
Yeah, good job securing that board, though, and staying tough. Fust doing a good job on the glass at both ends.
Bajold and Dama will check in now for Quebec. Dama has been a pest on all over the floor right now for this Manitoba team. Badeau, she tries to thread it inside. She does find Augustine, can't get it, gets her own rebound and gets fouled.
Yeah, great work there by Quebec, earning second, third, fourth opportunities on this possession.
Yeah, they're a team that I've loved. Everything I've loved with Quebec so far is really fantastic passing and the poise they have with their passing, but also they are relentless. Like they go. We talked about the second chance opportunities and how you grow as a player, and seeing those second chance opportunities from all the different levels. They've been so good at those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Quebec now up 11.
Yep.
6:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Faust pass it over to Shep. She's guarded by Demo. Tried to cross it over. Demo just going to gobble it up, go for the jump ball. Looked like she maybe hurt a finger there, and that's what's going to happen sometimes when you go into those jump ball scenarios. A substitution coming in for Quebec as Chateau will come in. And Demo's going to sit off. So like I said, maybe something up with that finger. We'll see what happens, but right now the trainer's not really looking at her, so.
Yeah, hopefully she's all right. Again, as we've said, she's been the engine driving the train here for Quebec so far.
She has. Shot clock winding down. have to throw up a tray off the glass. Hits backside iron. Nice rebound there by Faust as Cruz gets the rebound. Runs into a double team, passes it back out. Here's a three, no good. But there's going to be a foul. It's the second time Manitoba has been fouled on a three, and Hope LaRock, if you smell what she's cooking at the line, hoping to knock down three.
Way to sneak it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you said, second time on the fouling the three-point shooter by Quebec. Let's see if Manitoba can pay it off here.
A little bit of the Duke fingers right now from the Manitoba faithful.
Right, walking in front of us right now, that's ABA General Manager Jeff Bailey. He is a big Rock fan, and we will endeavor to shout out more.
I need an eyebrow.
I don't know, Jeff. Give us the people's eyebrow here. We want the people's eyebrow, Jeff. It's not on camera. There we go. Try it.
Oh, there we go.
There
I can't do it. The Rock does a good job there at the line.
Free throws made for Manitoba.
Whipped around, try to get it inside to Augustine. Nice steal there from Manitoba. Faust leading up the break. Passes it down to Cruz. She goes up hard. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. Foul there against Chachot. And right now, Manitoba doing a good job earning themselves, getting them trips to the line. Good job again by Cruz. We've seen this a few times. Going up, knowing she's going to get fouled, using her body. Gets to go to the line for two.
Yeah, and again, right now, Manitoba winning this quarter by 1 point. So again, I'm sure they'd like to see more opportunity right here to get it to 2 and 3. First one's good. So again, they're accomplishing what I'm sure they set out to do this quarter and chip into that Quebec lead.
Many runs, as we talked about. Knocking down that one. So doing a good job at the line. Velo brings it up with DeMo on the bench. But Velo I've loved her point guard duties as well. As Lucier now also in that backcourt. Dishes in the corner. Goes up. Can't get that one to go. Rebound and almost put in there by Augustine. And really quickly here, Regan, I have seen this now about a kajillion times. I know that's not a real number. But Joel is consistently open on the left side for that three every single time, for the three or to drive to the rim.
It's not a real number yet.
Yet.
And if you get that reference, that's deep.
Yeah.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. Maybe they'll make their 11 billionth point here.
Maybe. Velo gets it. Oh, no. Velo missing the bunny.
Strong rebound by Shakowski there.
Absolutely. Big time run. Shep tried to get it ahead. And we have a foul midcourt. And this is when you can start feeling the pendulum turning a little bit.
Yeah, those, again, missed easy opportunities in transition for Quebec. And now stepping to the line for Manitoba, that bonus situation we talked about. 5 full minutes of bonus here for Manitoba. So if they can continue to draw fouls on Quebec, they're going to the line.
Shep at the line right now. Tremblay just subbed in for Quebec. And ever since they've started doing the Duke fingers, it really seems like it's going in. As a Tar Heel fan, I totally object to it, but if it's working for them, it works for them.
Well, I'm glad to hear we have that in common as well. Carolina over Duke.
Yes.
7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
Always. Remember that time the North Carolina ended Coach K's career?
It was a great time.
It was a wonderful time.
I remember that night fondly.
Me too. Anyways, back to this game. In the corner, Tremblay for three. Can't get that one to go. And Faust tries to go and get that. Can't get it. Shot clock going to wind down to 10. And Manitoba staying aggressive on the defensive side. Throws it over Tremblay. Gets it inside to Augustine. Augustine spins off. Has a look for an open three. Can't get that one to go. It hits front side iron there for Lizver. And now Shakowski coming around. The momentum really shifting right now. Shep going to hold it off, reset the offense. Calling it top as Velo is right on her. Hounding her, gets it inside there to Faust. Faust is double teamed, the shot clock's winding down. Here's Shakowski. She faces the triple team, goes in by herself, can't get it to go, gets the rebound, gets denied by Augustine, and shot clock expires there. Tough defense there by Quebec, forcing Shakowski into the triple team shot and getting the ball back as Dennis checks back into the game.
Yeah, really well done, that defensive possession by La Belle Provence.
There you go. Denis passes it ahead. Finds Lavazer. Gets it back to Tremblay. Trying to get it inside. Threaded inside finally. Try to go to Augustina again. Can't feed it to her. Lezever going to go for the long three. Tremblay tries to get to it, but it goes just a bit outside. And Demo coming back in. That's a good sign. Everything's okay with that finger.
Yeah, no, good to see her back on the floor. And again, with this run that Manitoba's made, they made it largely with her off the floor.
Yeah.
So let's keep an eye on that if the tides turn back in Quebec's favor now that Demoa is back on the court.
3:30 left now here in the second. As game's sneaking a little bit closer here for Manitoba.
And there she is picking up pressure on the ball on Shep.
They're doing a good job. Shep almost loses it, gets it back. She has to throw it out. Good hop step, that will count, but it won't go down. So 31-27. They've made this a lot closer of a game. As Van Graaf checks back in for Manitoba.
And again, with that 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first, critical stretch here. If Manitoba can keep this within striking distance, maybe tie it up, maybe sneak into the lead, give them a lot of confidence heading into the half that they can continue to hang with this tough squad from Quebec.
Augustine tries to thread it inside. She does. Beautiful finish right there by Bessette. Augustine with the dime.
Yeah, well crafted there and well coached against that zone attack. A high-low look, feeding the ball in through the high post. You can do a lot of damage to a zone defense if you attack it at that point.
Barak hands it off. Gets it right back. Gets it inside to Cruz. Shot clock is winding out. Cruz throws up a shot. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound underneath. And a foul. So good job there by Lily Van Graaf. She will head to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the foul's playing a factor in favor of Manitoba. And again, if they can take advantage of these and draw the deficit back to 4.
Faust will check back into the game. And Chichot will check in for Quebec. Big free throws here. You want to have a little bit closer of that gap here, if not get over it by the time you get to half. And Quebec comes in here, you would say maybe as the favorites, and Manitoba done a really good job since that timeout at 8:01, Regan, to get themselves back in. Don't want to miss those free throws as Tremblay picks up the rebound.
No. Bit of a missed opportunity there for Manitoba.
Gets it inside to Augustina. Back to Demo. Demo trying to look down low. And again, Demo, this time she's going to go for the tray. She misses that one. Fight for the rebound. Who wants it? It's Faust. She comes up with it against Augustine. Fighting off the ball right now, Van Graaf. And Shakowski will set up the offense, looking for a screen from Faust. Passes in the corner to Shep. Tries to thread it inside to Faust, but ball goes out. 5 seconds on the shot clock. We got 2 left here in the half.
Yeah, and again, as we talked about earlier, Demoa coming back in. The entire intensity of their defensive focus has changed on the Quebec side. Everyone is being more aggressive. And I think they know because they have their key component out there getting it done.
They absolutely do. Shakowski trying to power. Second chance. Can't go down, but she's fouled. Looks like the foul's on Denis. And Shakowski doing a good job there. You talked about that on the defensive side. Now we're seeing on the offensive side the power of Shakowski.
Yeah, and again, big, strong physical presence, and they're going to need her to be that all the way through this contest.
Shakowski goes for the free throw there and able to knock it down. And that's been a key for Manitoba. You talked about it when it happened. Getting to that bonus with 5 minutes left, you can really do whatever you want and attack the paint there, and she splits the free throws, though. Passed it ahead to Bilbao. Bessette to back to Bilbao. Tremblay as they're whipping around to the top. Gets it down low to Bessette. Back in the corner. Bilbao for the tray. Yes, you can put it on the board. Bilbao knocks down the tray.
Phenomenal, unselfish ball movement by Quebec on that possession. And that's the result you expect. Beautiful shot knocked down there from the right wing.
Should say Bilodeau knocking down that one. Shakowski goes up. She can't get it. Augustine gets in the way. Second chance, another block by Augustine. But then the last second in comes Van Graaf for 2. Bessette, she's going to go for a tray. Can't get the back-to-back. Augustana just walks in, no box out, finishes for 2.
Yeah, and again, her strong play at both ends continuing here in this second quarter. Quebec up 8, 38-30.
Cruz, pass it back to Faust. Faust going through the lane. Bassett knocks her off the shot, maybe a little bit too much as she picks up the foul.
Manitoba, well traveled to see their 15U girls over there supporting on and cheering on their 17U squad. Say a slight rooting advantage in the gym for Manitoba right now.
The Quebec girls U15 playing right now? Is that why they're not here?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty strong as well and probably playing in a semifinal at the same time.
Yeah. But, Manitoba, we talked about it. They've done a really good job of getting to the line. But Quebec also been forcing themselves to keep around that 9, 10, 8 lead right now. That one goes down to make it a 7-point lead. 45 seconds left here in the half. Quebec still has both their timeouts left if they choose to use them. Manitoba just with 1. So here comes Quebec bringing the rock up now to Mo. She's trying to slice through the lane. Try to find Augustana, but doesn't work there. Bildeau almost gets picked off there, but kick ball. Ball will stay with Quebec, and they get ready to have a sub come in.
And right on cue, as you mentioned, Quebec with both their timeouts will use one here to draw something up. They're going to have 16 on the shot clock coming out, so plenty of time to find the look that you want and cultivate multiple options coming out of the dead ball situation here.
Yeah, I figured, why would you not, right? Like you said before, like sometimes you have them, might as well use them.
Mm-hmm.
Just before you go to the locker room either. And when you have this offensive possession right now, Manitoba has a little bit of momentum going. Don't want to get them to get the stop and make this a little bit of a closer lead before the half.
Yep, for sure. So, I imagine the ball is going to flow through Demoa and probably find its way to Augustin. And if not, they'll keep doing what they're doing and moving the ball so well around the perimeter, inside and out. Again, Quebec has been the class of the 17U draw so far, but Manitoba representing themselves really well here, and they're not going away, and if they go down, they're going to go down with a fight.
How much of a coach do you really watch habits that you're consistently seeing on plays? Like we said, you've seen them obviously go to Augustana a lot, but also have that 3 open on the left side. How much are you focusing on that and bringing it in either the timeouts or at the half?
Well, those kind of things are habits that are built over hours and hours of practice. Your team working together in the gym, understanding this is where we're going to be. This is going to be our spacing. We know when the ball goes here, we're going to cut to these spots. We're going to make sure that our teammates know where we are and are available for those kickouts, for those extra passes. And again, right there, look at that execution by Quebec.
Second chance opportunities. We'll have to check that stat at the half, but they've been so good at the second chances.
Yeah. See, but right there, though, and again, this is where the bonus pays off. Quebec stays aggressive, which we like. We like to stay aggressive, but because the fouls have piled up, now Manitoba effectively gets to go 2 for 1.
Yep.
They get to shoot these free throws. Hopefully Cruz can knock these down, get a stop, and have an opportunity for one more shot at the end. They could have a nice 4-point swing here.
Can't get that one to go down by Cruz. She's had a little bit of a struggle at the line. Feels like every time she's been up, she's been splitting them.
Bad hand of online blackjack. Splitting pairs
There you go.
that nobody likes, and the house always wins.
Shot clock and game clock is about 5 seconds difference. Here comes Demoe. Guarded by Van Graaf, hands it back off. In the corner, looking for a 3. Try to get it down low, they do. Pass it out for the open look for the 3. Going for the 3 is Tremblay! Ilabou! Downtown 3.
And there it is right there. Augustine could have been selfish and tried to force up a reverse layup there, but she knew that she had a quality shooter out there and knock it down. And look what Quebec has done here in those final 30 seconds.
Yeah, Tremblay gets the 3, Demoe gets a steal, gets 2. 5-point swing just like that.
And those are the separators that really are going to have, like, you know what? Maybe Manitoba pushes this back. Maybe they lose this game by 4 or 5.
Yeah.
There's your 4 or 5.
Yep.
You could point to that 30-second stretch. They miss free throws at one end. Quebec comes down and does what we just saw them do right here at the end of the first half.
It's going to be frustrating for Manitoba because you're doing everything right at the last there. You're pushing the lead. You're getting yourself back into it. You get to feel good as you're going to the half, and then that last 30 seconds happen. So we will see how it all ends up as both teams go to the locker room. As we have one half to go here in the second semifinal. Who will face Alberta in the U17 semifinal here at the Jack tomorrow? We still got some time to figure that out. You are watching Canada Basketball U17 semifinals on YouTube. We will see you at the start of the half. We're getting ready for the second half here between Quebec and Manitoba. 45-33 right now for Quebec. Regan Wood with Joshua Adam, William Arbuthnot live here from Calgary, Alberta at the Jack Simpson Gymnasium for the semifinal of U17. Regan, let me talk to you. What did we see?
Again, we saw that game of runs, and the most critical one being the final 30 seconds of that first half. Manitoba had it in single digits, chance to cut it down within 5, missed some free throws. Quebec strikes back hard to go from up 7 to up 12 now at the 45-33 score that we see in front of us. So that final 30 seconds, critical, are going to prove critical in this game, I think, and I think in favor of Quebec. However, Manitoba has shown some grit, some toughness. Their stars have been their stars, and they're getting a little bit of secondary help from a couple other players in Shep and Cruz to go along with Faust and Shakowski. So you know what? Don't count Manitoba out yet, but they do have a little bit of a hill to climb here, down 12 against the prohibitive favorite here in Quebec.
So we'll see what happens. Thank you, Regan, for that update, for everything that happens. And for Manitoba, I would expect too, like if you're in that locker room and you just gave up that run at the end, what are you saying in the family-friendly way?
You know what? I would almost tell us to forget about it and, just come out, hey, we're down 12. We've got to start executing a little better and just take a little bit better care of the ball, because that was the thing. There was a turnover issue there in that final little stretch that allowed Quebec to get on a run.
Jumper there goes short, and a steal by Cruz, and that's exactly what you want if you are this Manitoba club. So Manitoba almost, when they do lose the ball, as Denis gets the steal, finds Augustine up ahead, can't get it to go, thought she had a foul, but good job and poise there from Quebec getting the rebound, because you see a lot of times too, Regan, I'm sure you've seen this in your experience, when a player goes up, they think they're fouled, the rest of the team kind of just stops.
Yeah, and again, play through the whistle. Again, keep going until you hear that the ref stop play. Worst thing you can do is let up and have something go against you.
Ball into Denis. Denis trying to look down low, finds Augustine, back around. 3-2 defense right now for Manitoba. We saw the 3-1-1 as Regan pointed out earlier. And a corner for a Trey. That one's going to go just a bit outside. Faust will bring it up. Some one-on-one right now, but switches off. Finds Cruz. Cruz was thinking 3, not going to go for it. Goes up again, tight D there, and shot is denied as Demo leading up the break now for Quebec. Trying to go coast to coast. Goes on Shakowski, can't get it, but she's fouled, and she'll go to line for a pair.
And Coach Fung not quite agreeing with that one. And again, I thought Shakowski did a good job of going straight up, but Demoa probably got into her chest a little bit and able to draw some contact there. So, again, as we talked about earlier, making sure we respect our officials.
Yes.
They have a tough job out there, especially in a high-pressure game like this. We talk about the pressure on players and coaches. The referee's under a lot of pressure as well to get things right, because again, they don't want to be the determining factor in a game. They want to let the players and coaches decide. So, important. And again, I've always found, again, you win a lot more friends with honey than with salt.
Yeah.
With the officials. So, compliment them on good calls and respectfully express your opinion when the opportunity's there.
And ball's going to go back to Quebec now. Demo will inbound the ball to Denis. Well, you'd hope that she would. Denis is the closest. And she does, and Denis now will handle the ball. Pass to Demo, risky pass there. Cruz gets in there, and a little bit too much for the refs' liking there on Cruz' aggressive play.
See, and again, like we talked about in the second quarter, Quebec gave Manitoba an opportunity to get in the bonus early. 3 team fouls already on Manitoba. Now for Quebec, chance to get into the bonus, but big steal here.
Yeah, there's a steal there. Demo comes back on the defensive side, but not going to be able to throw off Lily Van Graff, who knocks in the 2. Denis goes behind the back, passes it off. Almost lost right there by Bajoled. And the substitution is going to come in right now, as it'll be Alexa Anne Bassett. And another one going to come in really quickly. And Tremblay, who has a 3 in this game, and she's been open in that 3 area a lot. See if they go back to her.
For sure, yeah. Quick numbers here. Out of the hop, starting the second half. Quebec only 3 of 20 from 3. Manitoba 0 of 5. So 3-pointers not playing a huge factor in this game, but the free throws are.
The free throws are. Tchaikovsky, the last bucket there. Want to get a little bit more of that of her in the post. See, they find Tremblay again for the 3. She can't get it, but every time she's rolling off. And how's about talking about every time? Augustana getting a rebound, putting it in.
Yeah, she has just been such a presence around the rim. Oh, good save there. Yep, there we go. Good hustle by Manitoba. Getting through the scramble, getting through the storm there.
McGrath passes it back, finds Faust. Faust tries to sneak it down low to Shakowski. She does. Shakowski long 2, can't get that one to go. And rebound by Denis now as she leads up the break. Denis pauses now, guarded by Van Graaf. Pass it ahead to Demode, looking down low to Bassett. She's double teamed. She passes it back out to Denis. She's going to go for the tray. Can't get that one to go. And rebound by Van Graaf. And now Manitoba leading it up. Here comes Cruz. She's going to hold off. She had Shep on her right corner, but doesn't go with it. Finds Faust for the 3. Faust 3 can't go. And she's fouled. Late foul call there for the 3rd time in this game. Manitoba will be fouled on a 3-point shot.
I wonder if they're going to give this one after the shot, though. So the push is going to be on the side.
Is it?
So in that scenario, the player had already come down.
Yes.
And then the body in, so they're not going to award the 3 shots here. But you're right. Could have been the 3rd time Quebec fouled a 3-point shooter. A little aggressive on the box out there.
Absolutely.
With the player coming down.
Gets it into Faust. Gets it down to Van Graaf, but a steal almost there is DeMoe staying aggressive. And the fake handoff there. Tremblay saying tight defense, makes her pass it off. Finds Cruz. Cruz goes in very short. And Tremblay comes up with the rebound, but tiptoeing on that baseline there, Regan, not able to keep it in.
Yeah, again, opportunity knocks here for Manitoba. They've cut the lead by 1. They had it cut by 3. They were down within 9 here. But again, opportunity to get it back to single digits.
Van Graaf gets it in. Oh, Bassett tried to go for the steal, and it's going to be an easy foul call there for the official.
Yeah, and again, that's Augustine picking that one up. And again, if you're Manitoba, you like that because, again, if she can spend a little more time on the bench, you can probably spend a little more time scoring around the rim and getting rebounds.
Shachot will check in now. Van Graaf will have the inbound. She gets it in. Finds Cruz at the top. Cruz looking to hand it off. She does. Faust, mid-range J, gets it to go.
Yeah, nice pull up there. Basically a free throw, but worth 2 in that scenario. Single-digit lead now for Quebec.
DeMoe passing the corner. Tremblay for the 3. No good. Manitoba now back on the break, trying to cut more into this lead, as Regan just mentioned. Down to single digits now. Cruz, tough against the body, gets the roll to go in.
Yeah, I like that little side lean in there. Again, take advantage of your strength and create some space and initiate the contact and dictate to the defender where you're going to go and score.
Passes it down to DeMoe. Almost tipped off there, but Shachot able to get it back. Easy steal there for Van Graaf. Momentum starting to build up now for Manitoba. Van Graaf going to hold it off. She's double teamed. Gets it over to Shep. Shep fakes off, goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Tele Macadome. DeMoe loses control of the ball, and she's going to travel. Looks like it could have been a carry or a travel in that case.
Some sort of violation if you're Manitoba. Just give us the ball, please.
Multiple subs coming in for Quebec.
And Manitoba as well.
Manitoba as well.
Changes.
Both teams going to switch it up. You got Hope LaRock, who's knocked down a 3 in this game for Manitoba. We'll see if she can do it again and put a rock bottom here on the Quebec lead. Ball will stay with Manitoba.
And as quick as Manitoba had gotten in foul trouble this quarter, Quebec has now equalized with 3 team fouls as well. So that advantage has gone away for Quebec.
Trying to cut down. Sets the screen, cuts the roll Shakowski did, but Shep's going to do it by herself like she's Thanos, snapping the finger and cutting down the lead just like that.
Yeah, that nice scoop and score with the left. Great to see the offhand abilities of some of these players out there, and from Shep on that one was great.
Bucket doesn't count, but there's a foul, and it's going the other way. It's a 5-point lead, and if you're a coach right now, are you calling that timeout to stop the bleeding a little bit?
I mean, it's a good question. I think, Quebec just gets caught lingering a little bit long in the key there. But you're right, the momentum has swung in Manitoba's favor here in this one. And again, let's see if they can get it within with under 5 point deficit here. But Quebec staying aggressive defensively.
Van Graaf, pass it over to Shep. Shep finds Shakowski. Shot clock is under 10. Shakowski for the three. No, can't get that one to go. And rebound, and here come up now Quebec. Finds Denis. She passes it across, trying to get the three inside. They try to get inside to Bissett, but that's stolen away. Manitoba on a break. Don't have the numbers, but Denis will pick up a foul.
Yeah, and again, good hands defensively there. I think Manitoba might have got away with a little bit of a kickball, but good stuff there from Manitoba as they continue to cut into this. Again, down 12 at half, now only down 5. 48-43, 4:21 to go here in the third quarter, but almost lost that one on the pass, but Shep will control.
Shep will control it indeed, and now leading it up. And then ripped away by Velo. She's got Augustine with her. Augustine goes up and knocks it in. Good job there by Velo. Could have gone in. Saw she had Augustine trailing her and dishes off the dime.
Yeah, again, Quebec's too good. They're not going to.
No.
They're not going to fold up the shop here and let Manitoba get all the way back without earning it.
Faust going there. They're not going to be hit by go to sleep just yet. That's like the 10th wrestling reference now.
We should be keeping a tally.
We should.
For sure.
Velo goes up for that one. Can't get it to go for the mid-range two. Shep keeping control of it. She's going to go in by herself, and Demo rips it away, but steps out.
Yeah, there's times, again, when in a play like that where bodies are moving a little bit and there might be a little bit of contact, you see the ref's hand go up as a coach. There's that, are you calling a foul on that? Oh, just out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with that one. So, again, if you're Quebec, you're a little worried that Denis might have picked one up there, but thankfully for their sake, she did not.
Passed out, stolen away. Augustine going all by herself for two. And continues her dominance. How many points does she have so far? A lot.
Augustine, let's take a peek here. We have the box score up.
As Cruz has it right now. In our super statistician Regan to crunch the numbers.
It is a super number. Augustine with 23 at the moment.
Wow.
So, and again, no one else in double figures for Quebec at this point. But Augustine 25 after that last one. My apologies.
Oh, good.
25 to go with 8 rebounds. Plus 19 on the game when she's on the court for Quebec. Some good balance here from Manitoba in this one. Cruz with 10, Fust with 10, Shakowski only with 3. And that's, again, the fact that Manitoba is in this without Shakowski having a big day on the offensive end speaks volumes to the balance that they have on this team. Again, we came in expecting a lot from their top two, but again, they're getting some balance and contributions from other places. LaRocque off the bench with 9 has been huge.
Yeah, she just got the last bucket for them too. And then a beautiful play on the other side for Quebec, able to connect there as Cruz goes in, doesn't get the shot that she wants, and Augustine gets the rebound, and Velo passes it ahead, almost tipped off there by LaRocque, trying to lay down a people's elbow and not able to get in there.
You know, if you're going to attempt the most electrifying move,
yeah,
you need to see it through. So the fact that they weren't able to actually gain possession on that.
I'm running out of references for the.
Oh, don't worry. There's more.
Okay.
There's more. We haven't even gone to the Stone Cold catalog yet.
Oh, we haven't. What? Demo passes it around. Look down low for Augustin, but it's going to go off Mal. Oh, it's going to go back to them. It looked for a second, and they believed it did. Went off a Manitoba player. Shakowski will check back into the game. 1:59 left here in the third.
Yeah, it's going to be Quebec ball here. Maybe they're going to look to put some hard times on Manitoba with this press.
Listen here, baby.
It was just the Great American Bash last weekend.
Manitoba dealing the ball around, looking to dine with kings and queens. Passing it around. Shakowski knocks down the 2. Shakowski comes off the bench and knocks down the mid-range J.
Yeah, big for her to get back to contributing with scores. They've missed that from her, but again, still well within striking distance without a huge offensive day from her.
DeMo passes it off. Big 3. Bissett brought in the rebound, can't bring it in, and the ball's going to go back to Manitoba. It's 54-47, 126 left here in the third. Interesting to note, Quebec 4 team fouls, Manitoba with 3.
Yeah, minute 25 to go. So, again, right now, been a pretty good quarter for Manitoba. Let's see if they can finish this one strong.
Shakowski passes it across, finds Shep for the 3. No, can't get the 3 to go. Ball's going to go out of bounds and back to Quebec. 1:10 left, 54-47. Quebec trying to grow their lead. They have bent, but they have not broken yet.
No, they have not. Hanging in there.
Lassever. She gets double team, passes it inside to Augustine. Gets it down low. Back to Domo, but that one goes out of bounds. I don't think Augustine has sat.
You know, let's look at the minutes here. Quick peek at it. She has played up to now 24 minutes, 58 seconds. So she has been on the bench for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And maybe that's when the runs were being made by Manitoba.
Maybe. I don't expect it again now.
Yeah.
Shakowski breaking ankles, taking aims, and landing in for 2.
Yeah, big take from her at a critical point in the game.
We're in for a finish here in the semifinal. Who will face Alberta? Quebec trying to press. Double team there, and that's going to be a foul on Van Graaf.
Yeah, and again, not a terrible foul. Not ideal, but not terrible. It doesn't put him in bonus.
No.
And, only going to add a little bit on the shot clock, up to 14 seconds.
Bissett and Bildeau will check in.
So they shift from the 1-3-1 to the 2-3 here on the sideline, inbound. So
ball passed around. Knocks down the tray. That's her second of the game.
Big answer there from Quebec.
Shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds left here. Manitoba goes up, gets it to go. Shakowski finding her rhythm now, Regan.
Yes, a 6-point run for her in the scoring for Manitoba.
Oh, you can put it on the board. Ilabu Domo says, how do you like me now with that 3 at the buzzer?
Well, just when it was starting to really go Manitoba's way, look who steps up for Quebec, knocks that one down. What a shot.
I'm speechless as Damo able to knock it down. And that is, again, we talked about the last few seconds of the second. How's about that now paying off in the last few seconds here of the third?
Yeah, and again, Manitoba had done what they needed to do this quarter. Cut into the lead. They'd gotten their leading scorer going again with her run here at the end of the third in Shakowski. And then you get a 50-footer hit on you right before the horn goes.
Unbelievable.
So, but again, exciting action here at the Jack tonight. Fun to watch these girls play and compete. They know what's on the line. We know what's on the line. And they're giving it all they got.
Absolutely. You're watching the Canada Basketball Semifinal U17. Quebec in the lead after a big-time 3. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the fourth quarter. So here we go. It's the semifinal of Canada basketball, U17, Manitoba and Quebec. It is 60-51, and Damo hits the big three, and Manitoba now's got to come back out, forget about that, be a goldfish, in the words of Coach Ted Lasso, and try to move forward.
As well, I will joke with my assistants with my team about the goldfish factor and it being a bad thing at times where you tell guys something in a timeout, and by the time they walk out on the floor, they may or may not be remembering what their assignment was. But great reference with the Ted Lasso there.
Yeah, I'll get a few more. They get a 3. I'll give a call back for you for the 3 if Manitoba gets a 3.
All right. Well, I've only watched season 1 of Ted Lasso.
Then you'll get it.
Okay. All right.
Then you'll get it. So Quebec leading right now. There's a 3 right there from Cruz. Can't get that one to fall. And Damo coming ahead, having one of the highlights of the tournament. Drops a dime right there and finds Bissett, and Damo doing it on all sides, doing defensively, dropping dimes and hitting trays from all over the court. Hands it off. Spin off. Almost stolen away there. And jump ball scenario.
You know, it's funny you say that word. We haven't said jump ball as much in this one.
No, we haven't.
As we said, maybe we finally put the jinx on it. We're not going to see as many. I think that's compliments to the ball handling ability of both these teams. And just the way that, I mean, when they're playing defense, if they're getting steals, they're getting steals. Yep. But also the ball control has been pretty good here for the most part in this one.
Yes, it has. They try to get inside. They find Bissett. She goes up for 2. So Damo to Bissett. Kind of looking a little bit like Stockton and Malone right now with the pick and roll that they're doing.
Yeah, great find hitting their teammate there in the paint from Damoa.
Goes up. Can't get that one to go. And Bissett now leading it up. Drops a dime. And Augustine goes in for another 2.
Yeah, timeout very needed here. Coach Sung taking that timeout. It's getting a little bit away from them. They need to check things here. And I think that's a wise decision to put the brakes on right now.
Damo, when you get a 3 like that, you can either go one way or the other. Like I said, you can be a goldfish, or the other team's going to be a shark and start chomping at you.
Yeah, and right now the waters have been chummed.
Yes.
And Manitoba, you're going to need a bigger boat.
You're going to need a bigger boat. This isn't the Meg. This is Jaws right now, coming for them right now, and have to readjust. They had a game plan that was working too, and I really like for them that Shakowski was working, and you talked about it. She was lower in the points. It was a good team effort from Manitoba. But when they started really making the biggest run, it was because Shakowski was getting more involved. I wonder if they go back to that.
Yeah, like she's into double figures now, which is great. Gives them 3 scores in double figures. Shakowski with 11, and Faust and Cruz both with 10. Augustine remains the only double-digit scorer for Quebec. But again, she's having a monster night now, registering in a double-double already with 27 and 10 coming through. And we're here in the Quebec cheering section ramping up now as this one gets deeper into the fourth quarter.
They can smell it right now. Drop a dime there from Shep. Passed around. Here's Shakowski. Shakowski goes up, can't get it. Try to go up and grab. She's fouled, so she'll to line and shoot a pair.
Yep, second team foul on Quebec. No team fouls on Manitoba yet. So let's see if that count creeps up here early in this quarter in favor of Manitoba if they can get to the line where they've been pretty successful tonight.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, they're 21 of 29 from the stripe. Make that 22 of 30. Again, that's what's keeping them hanging around here right now in this contest.
Able to knock down that one. Can't get that free throw to go, and rebound here by Quebec as they come back on the road. Free ball, Ilaboo!
Yeah, again, wide open, great find, and making them pay, and now another turnover.
Got to go down low, try to keep it in there. And how about Bilio Dior, who's knocked down now 3 threes so far. She has been the assassin from downtown for them. Looking like Sabrina Lesnowski.
Yeah, that's right. She is 3 for 5 from 3. So again, not only making them, but making them at an efficient rate.
Shep goes up. Can't get the bunny to go. Ball will stay, though, with Manitoba. 8:04 left here, and game's starting to get away from them right now. It's 69-52. Before that three, it was a little bit of a closer game, and now it's starting to fade away a little bit from Quebec, and they can smell Alberta in the final.
Yeah, and in a game where we talked about earlier where there haven't been a lot of threes, you really feel the impact of one drop, and as we do there.
That's a really solid point there, Reagan. Sometimes there's not as much. Those other threes really mean a lot. Augustine can't get that one to go. Rebound by Faust. Faust now pushing it up, hoping to get a little bit more offensive flow from her. Going for a three. Shep can't get that one to go. And rebound by Quebec. Quebec looking to add to their lead. Tremblay, she's had a few threes in her own right, but Shep able to get the steal after she fumbles the ball. Passed ahead to Van Graff. She'll bring it back to find Cruz. Cruz goes in, trips on herself, and can't make the layup.
Yeah, and then Lid's kind of on the bucket right now for Manitoba. Looking at the numbers, 0 for 9 from 3 today. And so again, I imagine when they're standing outside that arc, it feels like you're trying to throw a watermelon in a teacup, and it's just not dropping for them.
Yeah, it's not doing that right now. Shakowski drops a dime. Beautiful drop of a dime, finding Van Graff. How's about that bounce pass right there by Shakowski, finding Van Graff? And a timeout by Quebec after that beautiful dime by Shakowski.
Yeah, and again, you could probably look at this and go, oh, Quebec, you're almost up 20. What's the need for a timeout now? But I actually like this. Again, just a shade under 7 minutes to go. You can start to feel it a little bit, and you want to keep your players in check and going, hey, this is not over. There's a long way to go. You're playing against a good team with some potent scorers. We have to stay focused for this remaining 7 minutes.
Yes, you do. So they'll try to stay as calm as they can right now. And for Manitoba, free opportunity to have a conversation, calm things down.
Yeah, and again, that's what I think. It's easy to say, oh, we called the timeout. Well, both teams get to take advantage of that, as you said. So again, a free look for Coach Sung over here on the Manitoba side, and Coach Ross on the Quebec side, trying to put things together here. And again, ain't over till it's over. That's not a Diana Ross song, is it?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Look it up. Maybe I'm unintentionally making bad Diana Ross jokes.
So we're getting ready here as this championship semifinal right now. It's been back and forth, and then Damoa hits that big three and really swings the pendulum, and see what they do out of that timeout. Now, it seems every time Quebec comes out of a timeout, they run something beautiful, so we'll see if they continue that factor.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal in the ATOs, as they are known in the coaching world, the after timeout scenario.
I'm using that on the broadcast for the Dinos next year. Can't get that one to go. Rebound by Bissett. Tremblay gets it down low, gets it to Damoa. Damoa for three, knocks it down. Ilaboo, Damoa. This one a little bit closer for her, though.
Yes, but first time that this game has hit a 20-point spread in favor of Quebec.
Shakowski travels.
And you know what, though? There's been less of those.
Yep.
I've liked the fact that, again, all the things that we were accenting and highlighting before, we haven't seen as much of with the held balls and the traveling violation. So, again, kudos to these players for doing a great job with footwork and with toughness.
You know, there's a lot of ball left here, but if we're going to go in the direction that we're going to go right now, we would have a heck of a bronze medal game tomorrow if it is Manitoba and Ontario. There's another three. Ilaboo!
Big-time player, big-time moments. She's getting it done tonight.
Yeah, Damoa is becoming the moment. Augustine set the table, but now Damoa is clearing it. Faust goes up. Can't get that one to go. Rebound by Shakowski. She can't get it to go. Bissett gets the rebound. She passes ahead to Damoa. She gets stolen by Larocque. Larocque trying to go one-on-one. Nice nifty move behind the back. Finds Van Graff, but she doesn't get full control of it. Back down to Faust. Stolen away. Tremblay comes through the lane and tries to take it away. Subs coming in, including Augustina, who gets a little bit of a break.
Yeah, and again, they can afford to give her that on the sideline, a little time on the side right now, being up 77-54. 5:21 to go here in the fourth.
Ball's getting passed around. Almost stolen away there. Nice pass ahead there by Augustin, just a little tip pass, but that isn't going to work.
Yeah, I'd rather see them put two hands on the basketball there.
You would think.
And just secure that thing. Again, they're not in a rush. Time's on their side right now.
How's about another three for her? That is her 4-3. Ilabu!
You know what? They are making them count when it counts here in the fourth. Quebec getting it done.
Van Graaf looking down low to Faust. Pass it back around, trying to go for a three of their own. That's Shep. Barbecue sauce.
They find their way, find their first three of the night. Big shot to put some quick points up for Manitoba.
Under 5 minutes now. She's going for her fifth three. Can't get that one to go. But right there for the easy two, I was going to say Lazon, but she wasn't able to put it in. You're going to hold it off. Faust, she's going to go for three. Back-to-back threes for Manitoba. Not just yet as Augustine gets the rebound and Denis leads it up. Pass it off. Down to Augustine. Right under the bat. Lazon knocks it in for two.
You know what? High quality there. High post entry, low post. Great coaching, great playing coming together there. Making things happen.
Nice take there. Finishing strong for Shep. Quebec will roll it up. Denis gets it back to Tremblay.
Well, I'll tell you what the reference we've missed that we should be using on those great post-to-post connections. The tag team champions, KO, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn from La Belle Provence.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, going to get a Pat LaPrade in there too, maybe the Mountie. And some of the starters now going to sit down for Manitoba. Like I said, the way it's looking right now, we are in store for a fantastic bronze medal game tomorrow. The gold medal game looking to be right now Quebec and Alberta, but the bronze medal game between Manitoba and Ontario really going to be a fantastic one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to get a great day of basketball here again in the Jack tomorrow.
There's a shot, goes up and knocked in, coming right off the bench and scoring right there, Martha Ledoux. You always love when those bench players come in and get that hype. And the Manitoba team, they left and now they can come back. They needed you. So you can catch both the bronze and the gold medal games right here tomorrow on Canada Basketball YouTube. Regan will be on some of the games. I'll be on some of the games. It's going to be an exciting game. And we have some exciting U15 games right here. And the men have their games out in Quebec.
Yep, you bet. Hopefully a couple of medal performances for our boys from Alberta out there. But I know they're going to be in tough in whoever they're matching up with. And here at the Jack, we're going to have a medal opportunity for Alberta in the 17U game. And again, we're just going to have another great day of basketball here. 15s and 17s here in the Jack.
Substitution's going to come in as Bassett will check in the game and Bojold will check in. And Billie Joe will check out and not let me have my Booker T reference when she hits her fifth three.
Well, maybe she can get to the lane and give you a spin-a-rooney.
Maybe.
And show us the great footwork there.
Maybe she will. Augustine at the top. In the corner, Tremblay for the three. Ilabu! Tremblay, another tray. She's been hot from downtown as well.
Yeah. Would it be M-Town down since it's Montreal? Or
yeah, I think so.
Q-Town down perhaps there?
Yeah, it might be.
We'd have to look up where some of these girls are from within Quebec.
And kind of in some weird way of ironic, and I'm really stretching here, but the last time there was a final championship game on this court was back in March, and it was Dawson versus the Trojans. So once again, we have Quebec versus Alberta in a final at the Jack Simpson.
And we do know how that one turned out.
We do.
We won't mention it now. We don't want to jinx anything, but we do know who took home the gold medal on that day.
Do you know the Dawson Blues were a very, very good team?
They were.
Ball goes out of bounds.
I was here in that gym as well. I was on the opposite side up on the track. I know you were on the call for that one.
Look at my beautiful red jacket.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you've got an orange or a blue one,
Yeah.
maybe that's the outfit for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the Don Cherry attire is coming out tomorrow. I'll go Marv Albert since we're more into basketball right now. So we've got 90 seconds left here. Quebec is going to advance, but I just want to talk about how much I love what this Manitoba team was able to do. They cut it really close in this game, especially in the third there, Regan. And like I said, tomorrow going against Ontario, that's going to be a really interesting matchup. Who do you like in that one?
You know what?
Another three by Tremblay. She might have the most now.
Yeah, I think Manitoba's got a puncher's chance in that one. I mean, they're going to have to continue to be scrappy and tough. But again, they've shown themselves well here against Quebec, despite seeing this lead grow a little bit here in the fourth. And again, that's only really growing because Quebec has just got on fire from the three here down the stretch. And again, not a great perimeter shooting day for Manitoba here, but again, done a great job against, again, as we said, the prohibitive favorite coming in here with Quebec. Manitoba has risen from where they started in this tournament, and now next year their team will be in the power pool to start.
Demoa really set the lamp with a half-court three. Another take into the hole there, and Madison Shetler will score. I feel like I had a Shetler yesterday on the U15 team as well.
Well, there's a good chance you could have a couple of sisters representing their province here.
And there's two, well, kind of like with the Gibbs, right? We have the Gibb on the U15, and then we have the Gibb that's going to be representing Canada, BYU, and all that soon.
And I actually have their cousin on my team at Concordia, so they are all over the place.
So now we're doing happy birthday again in French. Shouts to the Manitoba team. I'm sure their teachers or their profs are very happy they know they're French. Gets that one to go down. And Bissett giving a little how do you do to the Manitoba fans after knocking down both free throws.
Yeah, we're down under a minute now. Quebec 90, Manitoba 63. Looks like Quebec is all but assured of moving on.
We'll have that game for you tomorrow. Regan will be on the call for that, for your gold medal game. I'll be on the call for the bronze medal game. And it's going to be an exciting day of basketball here. Here comes Cruz trying to get the three, can't get that one to go. Rebound, can't get that one to go, and a rebound. And Quebec now will have maybe a split second difference between game and shot clock.
Yeah, they can just dribble this one out.
Yeah.
Probably the right call to take a shot clock violation here. Showing great respect for their opponent. Again, Manitoba with a heck of a fight.
Absolutely.
Here today. Went down swinging. They should be proud of their effort. Their players all stepped up and did a great job, but Quebec just a bit too good for them today. Unfortunately for Manitoba, but again, Quebec, you see them celebrating, cheering out here on the floor. Title bout tomorrow night. SummerSlam here in Calgary at the Jack Simpson. Alberta, Quebec, East-West. It's going to be a phenomenal game. Earlier, those teams did meet. Quebec did take round one, but two falls, 2 3 counts needed to take this one. So it'll be a no-holds-barred. Excellence of execution needed.
Absolutely.
We'll find out the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be here tomorrow night at the Jack Simpson.
No doubt about it. Reagan said it best. Quebec wins this one 90-63. They just get on fire at the end of the game. Tremblay and Bilodeau really hitting it at the end there, and a overall great effort by Quebec. They will move on. Like Regan said, tomorrow they will take on Alberta in your final. You can catch it right here on Canada Basketball YouTube. Until next time, folks, thank you for watching the game. Thank you to Regan. And until next time, folks, cheers and enjoy the games, people.